side and the slam dunk. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
4-2. The assist from
Orlando ball. To Vucevic. And it's a Blazer rebound.
Block up. Here you go. Cut it. Coming through. Screen right.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
the assist from number 0, Damian Lillard.
First half comes to an end. The Blazers have the lead.
Trailblazers have themselves a close game after 2 quarters. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Portland Trailblazers. The Magic aren't down by too much at the half. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Orlando Magic.
Game track. Bench points.
This is a game where the bench guys deserve a bit of the spotlight. The thing is, you need a spotlight big enough for the reserves on both squads. This is a game that's been all about the depth in the depth chart. And that could...
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. It's Portland ball. Lillard to Harkless. Here's a chance from long range. Rebound pulled in by Gordon. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and Portland comes up with the rebound.
Here we go. My ball. I got ball. I'm here.
Finishing inside the paint on that one. Well, he wears number 0. Grew up in Oakland, went to Weber State in Ogden, Utah. He carries that underdog mentality into games. Can that be a successful mantra in the NBA?
Well, it's the same kind of mindset I had as a player, and I love watching Dollar Dame compete and attack each and every day. The reality of the matter is, can their franchise attract the type of players that he needs in order to be successful? I appreciate that Dollar Dame doesn't want to leave, but will he get the talent to surround himself to actually win a championship is the biggest question.
Lillard to Harkless. Driving right to the basket. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Mo Harkless at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He wants this number up. 60% career free throw shooter. 4-3. Cleans it up. Oh, and a putback.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Lillard down for Harkless. Nice pass to set things up.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
The assist from number 33.
Can you stand? He's coming. Can you stand?
I got ball.
Oh, Gordon with the rejection.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Augustine with it up top. His guys trail now by 4. Not that time. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Goes to the right side. Has a look. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Confidence is such a beautiful thing, isn't it? Even if your perceived abilities prohibit it, you gotta be you.
Defense.
Magic have it.
Defense, let's go.
Screen coming. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Oh, yeah, come right back to it. I got ball. I'm on D.
Here comes the screen. Lillard down for Harkless. Cashes in for 2.
And I love when people are saying, well, he's not an exciting player. I don't need him to be exciting. I need him to be fundamentally sound.
Lillard the rebound. Portland's got it. Lillard. To Harkless. Shot from the lane won't go. To Lillard. Down low for Turner. From the painted area, won't go down. Going to launch beyond the arc. No good. That's great defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
It's Lillard for 2. Here's the step back. Jay, the Western Conference loaded with stars. Do you put Damian Lillard in that category?
He is a star, there's no doubt about it. He's a great player, but on the scale of greatness, I don't know if I see him moving above the likes of a Stephen Curry, a James Harden, or a Russell Westbrook. But we equate greatness to team success. I think if Dollar Dame were to go out east and his team were to be more successful, we'll be talking about him as being one of the greatest of the greats.
Trailblazers take over. Probing the defense.
Shot, that's short.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Now a whistle, and Orlando is going to use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Augustine with the basketball. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Gordon buries it on the catch and shoot.
Oh, I like what you're doing right now. It looks like you're running some DHOs into PNRs. That's dribble handoffs into pick and rolls. You keep running that action, you're constantly going to keep the defense guessing.
To Nurkic. Oh, Yusuf Nurkic. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Fournier. The pass set it all up.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Lillard. That's good D. Shot no good. To Vucevic. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Gordon. Gets it in the left corner. Fournier. Textbook defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Lillard. Orlando has it. To Vucevic. Gordon. Working hard on the glass. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To McCollum.
Green light.
For three, and C.J. McCollum knocks down a wide open look.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
It's good.
So deadly. Now, look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Gets to the basket and scores.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
To Fournier. Oh, Evan Fournier. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
From long range, yes, three-pointer is good.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
Let's cut. Screen right.
Lillard goes to the left side. Baseline drive.
Shot.
Add 2 points to the board.
CJ. He continues to make a case as a pantheon shooter. There are only 3 players in the league, though, that rival him in terms of volume and percentage from long-range attempts. And that's Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and J.J. Redick. He possesses a unique set of skills that makes him incredibly difficult to guard. First off, a dead-eye shooter who has an uncanny handle, who can attack you from different angles with a high basketball IQ, shows you why you're going to have your hands full. Good luck with that one.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
It's a second. One more coming. Perfect from the line. It's all 3 of them. Lillard to Harkless. To Nurkic. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Here's Orlando with the basketball. Deep left corner. Fournier.
2 minutes left in the
To Vucevic. Fournier. He was all over him. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
And strokes it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Lillard down for Harkless. Off the assist.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
In the front court, it's Augustine. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Fires the three. He buries it.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
Portland has the ball. Lillard to Harkless. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Augustine sizing up the all-star Lillard to Vucevic. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for two.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Nikola Vucevic, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 72%. And hits the first free throw. 2 for 2.
stepping in for the Magic, number 17.
McCollum with the basketball. His guys down 3. Great look and vision. Nurkic to Harkless.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. And the nice finish at the rim.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
McCollum into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. Here comes the screen.
Double screen.
And he scores. They took a big step, but they'll count the bucket. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's the end of the third quarter with the Magic in front. It's Magic basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. And you have to figure they like this spot.
And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Try from the baseline, but it won't go down. Fires the three. Rebounds taken down by Leonard. Seth Curry to McCollum. Nothing going here on that drive. To Harkless. Seth Curry. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Here comes the screen. To Mo Bamba. Easy path to the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Nice pass to get things going.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Nothing going here on that drive. In a flash, scores at the rim.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
And he drains it.
Okay, that's all right. You take your lumps and you move on. You did exactly what the game plan was defensively to guard a player like that.
McCollum with the basketball. All tied up, just underway in this fourth quarter. Can't connect. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
To Mo Bamba. To Fournier. Deep two there, won't go.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Nothing going here on that drive. McCollum. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Shot won't go. He has to create to get a better look.
Yeah, baby, here we go. Substitutions. Substitutions for Orlando.
Lillard to Seth Curry.
I told you the screen was coming.
To Harkless. Work it down to Nurkic. Oh, Yusuf Nurkic. Looking good. 4 for 5.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To Vucevic. Works it up top. Beyond the arc for 3.
That's his first personal foul.
Knocks down the first.
Get it, shoot it again.
2nd and 3 is good.
Shot, bro.
And he hits all 3 free throws. Lillard to Seth Curry. Here comes the screen. Seth Curry to Lillard. Here's a chance from long range. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good. To Vucevic. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
It's
He just blocked that shot out of bounds.
okay, they're lucky they get the ball back.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
To Fournier. To Gordon. Has a chance. Yes, Aaron Gordon. 4 out of 7.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Lillard to Seth Curry. Rejected. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show because that's what you're watching right now.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Nothing going here on that drive. It's rebounded by Gordon. To Vucevic. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okey doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
It's Portland ball. Lillard. The Magic with the rebound. Augustine with it up top. The lead stands at 10. Stuffs it down with authority.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Lillard. Knocked loose. Magic gain control.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Trying to cash in. Yes, Aaron Gordon. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
No fading on that shot. Strictly up and down.
Fundamentals 101. Lillard to Seth Curry.
Hit. Cut it.
To Lillard. Seth Curry. Lillard.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one goes down. Knocks down the second free throw. Knocks down all 3 at the line. Stuffs it down with authority.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Lillard to Harkless. Can't miss those. to Fournier. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. Lillard to Seth Curry.
Hey, clear out. I got this.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
On your right. On your right.
4-3. Trying to hit 50, but it's no good. Nurkic to Harkless. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Magic own the possession. To Aaron Gordon. Gets it in the left corner. Fournier buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. The Magic secure the victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Magic got the win in a close game. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Orlando Magic. The Trailblazers are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss.
And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose.
Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Portland Trailblazers.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a view of the upcoming games for the Portland Trail Blazers. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
Your boy QJB, I gotta show you all these dunks coming from the one. They were dunking everything. Let's get it. Oh, the one had it looking like a dunk contest out there today. Dunking everything down. I gotta leave it at that. Your boy QJB signing out. I gotta check out some more of these dunks. Peace.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Talking Stick Resort Arena in downtown Phoenix. Tonight, it's the Phoenix Suns taking on the Orlando Magic. The Suns win the opening tip. They'll have it first as we get going in the desert. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
You know, Ryan Anderson is a guy that was a consistent scorer for most of his career, but last season was Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Dr. Jekyll, when he was at home playing at the Toyota Center, he would shoot lights out, but then on the road, Mr. Hyde would come out. Those inconsistencies is something he's going to need to change this year.
Phoenix with it. Booker. Going to launch beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark. Free throws coming up.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
And he connects on the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. Trying to cash in. Deep two there, won't go. That one's going to be out of bounds. DeAndre Ayton. Deep left corner. 5 on the shot clock for Phoenix. From long range, they have to keep him in their grasp.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
It's Suns ball. To Booker. Beyond the arc for 3. Missed it. Probing the defense. To Fournier. Gordon. Curling inside. From the outside, no good. To Booker. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans can never do, even if you're not known for it.
Add 2 points to the board.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Rebound taken by the Magic. To Fournier. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
He showed that he had great chemistry with his teammates on that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the one will just keep scoring.
Into the front court. It's Booker. His team up by 1. Here comes the screen.
Big screen right there, big screen.
The Suns with 4 to shoot. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
That's what happens when you don't force shots. They were patient, they used almost the entire shot clock, and at the end, they got a wide open look.
To Aaron Gordon. It was right there.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Here's Booker on the drive, but his shot misses.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Phoenix has the ball.
You got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
Booker. Deep right corner. To Booker. Fires the 3. Can't get the bounce. To Vucevic. Oh, had him going there for a second. Five to shoot for Orlando. For 3. That's off the side of the rim, short. It's Phoenix ball.
I got some for him. I got ball. This is all me.
Lets it fly from long range. Buries it.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
He gets it.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Booker. Five on the shot clock for Phoenix. Has a chance. Jumper's good.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Uh-oh, lock-up time.
Here's a chance from long range.
Trevor Ariza. That's his first personal.
And hits the first free throw.
I see you been working out, huh?
Knocks down the second free throw.
Orlando.
Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Suns control the possession. To Mikal Bridges. Gets it in the left corner. Here comes the screen. Mikal Bridges. Shot clock. It's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Double figures in the first quarter. Now at 10, including that 3.
And the more and more I watch, I become mesmerized with that follow through. That release is effortless.
Oh, he had him there for a second. 3 seconds. Fires the 3. Can't connect. It's no good. Cashes in for 2.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
I got ball, I got ball. Pick up, match up, match up.
To Mikal Bridges. Oh, had him going there for a second. Baseline drive. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Troy Daniels at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 82%. First one goes down. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Terrence Ross against Chandler. Short jumper won't fall. The follow won't go either.
Substitutions. Subbing in.
Orlando has it. Probing the defense to Mo Bamba. Picked up by the Suns. Booker's shot, no good. Grant with the basketball. Leads just a point.
Right.
Goes to the left side. To Gordon. The Magic with 4 to shoot. Going along. Beyond the arc. Hits the trifecta.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Here comes the screen. Down to Chandler. Short jumper off the mark. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
To Aaron Gordon from long range. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
To Booker. Here comes the screen. Josh Jackson. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
And scores.
And Ed, I'm really eager to see how his game progresses here in year 2. The 4th overall pick in the year 2017, and he's all rookie defensive team, but his offensive game down the stretch was really on point. Averaged 19 points per game after the All-Star break.
Suns with the basketball. To Jackson. Oh, he had it. No, the Suns come up with the steal. To Booker. Beyond the arc for 3. Fournier the rebound. To Mo Bamba. Stuffs it down with authority.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Josh Jackson. Curling inside. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. Phoenix with it.
I got ball. You're on the island now. Screen, I got your help.
To Booker. Surveys the floor. To Jackson. Here comes the screen. Has a look. Jackson's shot, no good.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Booker with it. His team down 9. To Jackson. To Booker. Gets a look. Can't hit.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Oh yeah, I like that.
It's Suns' ball. Here comes the screen. Sizing up the defense to Jackson. Booker to Jackson. Terrific vision. Oh, he was wide open. And it's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
To Gordon. Offensive board. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Phoenix has the ball. Booker to Jackson. Screen coming. Short jumper off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Jackson. Offensive board. It's Gordon with the rebound. To Aaron Gordon. Oh, he had him there for a second. To Gordon. Won't go down. To Jackson. Booker. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. 4-3. Knocks it down. And, Jay, so much better to get that shot beyond the arc than inside 22 feet.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are squared to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Magic have it. Augustine, defended by Daniels. A pass stolen by Phoenix. Fires the three. Textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Misfires. It's no good. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
To Aaron Gordon. Yes, Aaron Gordon. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
A guy known for being a slasher earlier in his career, Aaron Gordon's really been working on that jump shot over the last couple of seasons. If he can combine that with a consistent passion for the game, we could see a different player.
Magic have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
It's Phoenix ball. Now a steal as the Magic have it. To Gordon. Yes, Aaron Gordon. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
I got this. Let's go.
Down low, Anderson. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Ryan Anderson, couple of free throws on the way. A career 85% free throw shooter. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second.
Hey, locked up, locked up.
Got him. Good try, good try.
For 3, that's off the side of the rim, no good. Suns control the possession.
My ball, my ball.
Trying to cash in. Knocks it down from mid-range.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
The assist from number
In the front court, it's Augustine. The lead is 11. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Can't convert the free throw.
1 minute remaining in the second quarter.
Almost. Unlucky bounce. Lets it fly from long range, and he buries it.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
To Mikal Bridges. Nothing going here on that drive. Adds 2 points to the board.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Orlando ball. To Vucevic. Here's a chance from long range. Nikola Vucevic, hand in his face, no problem. Hits the 3.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip, and when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
To Mikal Bridges. Short jumper stays out. Deep 3 at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Magic are feeling comfortable at the halfway mark. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Orlando Magic. The Suns are down at halftime and in need of some momentum.
Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments.
Have a look at the leading scorers for the Phoenix Suns.
Game track.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
To Booker.
Uh-oh, you know you can't go out me out here.
You open, shoot.
Fires the three. Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Well defended. From the outside, no good. Augustine with the basketball. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. That's out. Last touch by DJ Augustine. Into the front court. It's Booker. Down a bundle. Look out. Devin Booker. Now 3 for 9.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
To Mo Bamba. Off the assist.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
To Booker. Nothing going here on that drive. Booker. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
From long range. That one off the mark. It's no good. To Booker. Rebound claimed by Orlando. Beyond the arc for 3. Offensively, and a putback slam.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungrier.
Booker with it. His guys down big. Won't go. Augustine with it up top. He'll run the offense. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Booker. Deep right corner. 4-3. Off the mark. No good. Can't connect from inside. To Booker. Good look that time, but off the mark. Gordon.
Oh, yeah, let's double trap him. Yep. Got him.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Has a chance. A fundamental shot right there.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognize how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Gordon. Here comes the screen. Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
The screen sets him up for 2.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
To Mo Bamba. Fires the 3. Not done yet. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Here we go. I got him.
DeAndre Ayton. The drive, right to the basket. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw try, off the mark. And count the basket inside.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
In the front court, it's Augustine. His guys hold a commanding lead. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Here comes the screen.
Right. Hey, clear out. I got this.
To Booker. Has a look. Won't go. For 3. Not getting the bounce.
When cold shooting like this starts in the second half, maybe utilize a head fake. Get that defender in the air, jump into him, create some contact, get to the free throw line.
That's blocked by Vucevic.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Suns with the basketball. To Booker. Take stock of the floor. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. That ball's out of bounds. Last touch by a Magic. DeAndre Ayton. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
I'll tell you what, it's impressive to watch a young player this new to the NBA not be afraid to drive to the basket. Goes a long way in establishing your presence in the league.
I got ball.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Phoenix with it.
I got ball. Let's
To
go.
Booker.
Play deep.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
That's blocked by Ariza.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Trying to cash in. Can't connect.
Make that, baby. Make that.
To Fournier.
Track. Come through. Double.
Has a chance. Worth the gamble that time. Shot off the mark. Oh, Evan Fournier. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Magic own the possession. Lets it fly from long range, and the Suns right there for the rebound. To Booker. Knocked loose. That approach, that's what you want to see. Nice save. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
To Fournier. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Here's a chance from long range. Now the Suns going to signal for a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Knocked loose. Stays in bounds. Really good hustle. Nice pass to get things going.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Here comes the screen.
Screen coming left.
Turns and slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Watch the slip.
Has a look. Deep two there. Won't go.
Defense, let's go.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Working hard on the glass. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Down to Warren. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Deep three at the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. So far, all Magic. Suns basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. They're looking up at a big margin. And that, Jay, shouldn't come as a surprise to many.
Well, for them to have a chance to win, I'm glad they brought their A game in their backpacks here to the arena, but that's not enough. They need their A+ game, and they need to execute down the stretch. You need to throw everything in the bag at them in order to win this game.
Grant with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Jumper's good.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Jackson. No good. It's Orlando's ball. Fournier. To Vucevic. Nikola Vucevic. 4 out of 7.
Old school equals high percentage.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here comes the screen. To Jackson. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. Can't connect. Grant with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Knocks it down from mid-range.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
To Mikal Bridges. Got it.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Jaren Grant against the great shot blocker Chandler. It's blocked by Chandler.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Jackson. That pass stolen by Orlando.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Trying to cash in, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Jackson. And a chance coming up at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Rashawn Holmes. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 68%. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. Here's Orlando with the basketball. To Vucevic. Fournier against Chandler. Five to shoot for Orlando. Fournier. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's no good. Off the mark. Shot clock winding down. Has a chance. Not today.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Mikal Bridges. Nice pass to set things up.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Magic basketball. To Fournier. Probing the defense. Fournier. Down to 5 on the 24. To Vucevic. Has a look. And the rebound taken in by the Suns. Magic in control. Fournier to Vucevic. And the finish. Slam dunk.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Ah, rocking the rim.
Oh, right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Vucevic to Fournier. And the rebound belongs to Phoenix. Over to the right side. Down to Chandler. And scores. Strong take.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Augustine with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Number 33, Ryan Anderson. Subbing in for the Orlando Magic. Number 33.
Almost. And he's not getting the call.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Yes, Aaron Gordon looking good. 4 for 5.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
From long range. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Beyond the arc for 3. It's no good. Shots not going down.
This always happens. You knock down a lot of shots in the first half, and in the second half, you start to lose your rhythm. You need to have legs. Shoot at the pinnacle of that jump.
Orlando has it. Augustine here against Troy Daniels. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
The game for the Magic. Number 5.
Josh Jackson. Augustine with it up top. His guys up by 15. 4-3. Won't go down.
They had so much success in the first half knocking down the three-point shot. That's not the case so far in the second. Try to play inside out. Maybe attack the rim. See the ball go in first.
Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Magic have it. To Fournier. Oh, Evan Fournier. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Jackson. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. Gordon. To Mo Bamba. Oh, nice find for the basket.
There's something to be said about a guy that can make the game easier for everybody else on the court. We call that dropping dimes, very similar to the way I'm dropping nuggets on this broadcast.
Down low, Anderson. Not that time. It's Suns ball. Knocked loose. Magic have it.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. And it's Anderson with the rebound. Josh Jackson. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Shot by Warren misses. Grant with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Knocked loose. Magic in control. To Mo Bamba. Goes reverse to lay it in.
And I love when people are saying, well, he's not an exciting player. I don't need him to be exciting. I need him to be fundamentally sound.
Phoenix has the ball.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Tyson Chandler trying to cash in on a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Ball's tied up. We'll get a jump ball. They're set to jump it up to see who gets possession. To Mikal Bridges. Five on the shot clock for Phoenix. Fires the three. He engulfed him that time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
For three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
To Mikal Bridges. That is great vision to set it up. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. To Vucevic. Oh, had him going there for a second. Working the outside to Aaron Gordon. Lets it fly from long range. And Aaron Gordon, good on the quick release for three.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
Gordon. To Vucevic. Slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Right, missed a short one there. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
New blood coming in for both sides. and they call it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
First try at the line, no good. Second one's good. Splits the pair. The Magic secure the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up for Jay Williams. And
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Magic added a win with today's solid victory. And of course, I've got to mention how many times they scored from beyond the arc. They were so confident with the three ball, and it was instrumental to their success. Check out the leading scores for the Orlando Magic. The Suns put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Check out the leading scores to the Phoenix Suns.
Game track. Second chance points.
The Orlando Magic were most impressive in the way they turned their effort into second chance points. If I was their coach, I'd be very proud of the team for the way they played with heart.
Player of the game. Who was cold? Player of the game. Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at the upcoming games for the Phoenix Suns. The Magic got themselves a win here today. And more often than not, they were hitting the... This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.